There's usually some form of tension between um, data governance objectives in terms of using data as an asset, and then the data regulation objectives in terms of protecting the rights of data subjects or data citizens. So the tension arises because from a regulatory point of view, personal data is supposed to leave a certain region based on that regional policies and laws. So for example, in Kenya, our Data Protection Act provides that personal data can only leave the territory subject to certain conditions, which may include, in some cases, consent, in other cases, whether the remote destination has similar laws to Kenya, among other conditions. So those conditions will then mean that there's friction in terms of getting that data shared out of territory. And to some extent, then that seems to negate the whole essence of sharing data, making it more open, allowing it to cross borders in order to sort of create more value. There are two AU documents, the AU Digital Transformation document, then there's the AU Data Policy. Both of them provide sort of a common framework for African countries to adopt when it comes to issues of data governance, issues of data security, among others. I will point out the AU Data Policy as being more closer to the data governance conversations, because it goes deeper into specifying, for example, the elements of what each member state should consider when putting together what it considers to be its data governance framework. So the AU data policy will be sort of the North Star for member states to adapt even as they customize the same to their local context. When it comes to data protection, I would say we have made great strides. Our act was done in 2019. Our first data commissioner appointed in 2020. So we've had close to 4 years of traction and experience in that space. The experience has so far been mixed. We've had a lot of data controllers and data processors being registered. We have also done a lot of training and awareness, both at citizen level, but also at corporate level. A lot of enterprises are currently having data privacy programs that are actively being rolled out. We have also had what we call enforcement mechanism. Citizens complain about violations. We've got a whole division that takes on those complaints, investigates and issues fines, and those fines sort of create more interest or awareness and make sure that the data controllers are better behaved going forward. My parting shot here is that there is still need to share knowledge, particularly in understanding the nuances between data regulation, like what data protection regulators do, vis-a-vis what I may call data sharing or data promoting activities that you will find national statistics offices will do. So there's a role for each entity to ensure that they work together. I see many a times sort of a mix-up where in forums like this we expect the regulator to be actually doing more of the data sharing, yet that is more sort of attuned to other data bodies like the statistics office or the various ministries, whether it is health, education or agriculture. Those will be the lead agencies to ensure that the data they are collecting is yes collected within the protective frameworks and then shared accordingly. You don't want the regulator sort of being a player, yet she is supposed to be above the board in order to resolve conflicts if and when they arise.